Vítam všetkých účastníkov dnešného webinára. S niektorými sa vidíme už druhýkrát tento týždeň, čo ma veľmi teší. Opäť dovolte na úvod, aby som sa predstavila. Moje meno je Lenka Černá. Som koordinátorkou projektu AZU pre Žilinskú univerzitu a zároveň pracujem ako pedagóg pre Žilinskú univerzitu a dnešným webinárom vás budem sprevádzať. Som veľmi rada, že môžem privítať na dnešnom webinári pána profesora Bornu Abramoviča, ktorý je zároveň môjim zahraničným kolegom aj skvelým človekom. Pán profesor pôsobí na dopravnej fakulte na univerzite v Zagrebe a zároveň má niekoľko ďalších funkcií, ktoré vykonáva v rámci svojej profesie. A tu si trošku pomôžem. Je predsedom skupiny pre integrovanú osobnú dopravu, zároveň je predsedom správnej rady Chorvátskej agentúry pre bezpečnosť železníc, ďalej je ambasádorom železničnej dopravy pre spoločnosť, alebo teda pre organizáciu UIC a v neposlednom rade je zároveň aj členom predstavenstva Chorvátskeho výboru pre rozvoj intermodálnej nákladnej dopravy. Témou dnešného webinára bude dopad COVID krízy na život na Chorvátskej univerzite a zároveň dopad COVID krízy na dopravu v Chorvátsku, consequences of the COVID crisis on the University of Zagreb and the railway market in Croatia. Rada by som taktiež privítala aj zahraničných študentov, nakoľko podľa registrácií sa prihlásili aj študenti z univerzity v Pardubiciach, z univerzity v Belehrade, z univerzity v Zagrebe, taktiež z inštitútu v Českých Budejoviciach, takže vítam všetkých. Možno na záver ešte jedno slovo k projektu, v rámci ktorého sa tento webinár organizuje. AZU je národný rozvojový projekt Ministerstva školstva, ktorý sa snaží prepájať študentov s praxou. No a teda jedným z tých nástrojov, ktorému pomáha spájať študentov s praxou, sú aj tieto online webináre. Tak ja dúfam, že táto téma dnešného webinára vás zaujala, alebo teda zaujíma, že si s nej zoberete naozaj to, čo od nej očakávate. A ja už odovzdávam slovo pánovi profesorovi Bornovi Abramovičovi. Nech sa páči.
Ďakujem. Dobrý deň prajem všetkým. Ahojte. Me počujete dobre?
Áno.
Funguje? OK, super. Ďakujem na pozvanku na webinár Aktivite zvýšený úspech AZU a tiež mojej kolegyni Lenky Černoj. Je mi čo tu, že sa môžeme zúčastniť tohto webinára a posledných 10 rokov chodím pravidelne na Žilinskú univerzitu a to najmä na PEDAS a na pracovisko katedra železničnej dopravy. Lenka a ja sa súhlasíme s tým, že moja prezentácia bude v angličtine. To bude prvá prezentácia v rámci AZU v angličtine. Potom môžeme začať. Začneme?
Áno, nech sa páči.
OK, ďakujem. Hello everyone once again. So I will repeat my entering words. So I like to welcome you all to this webinar that is organized by Slovak project called Aktivita zvýšený úspech. It's mean like activity will give you some chance in the future. So you must be very active during your studies so that you'll be much more better. Like Lenka said, my today presentation will be about COVID crisis on University of Zagreb and something about railway market in Croatia. So we can start. I will speak slowly so that you all can understand me. So today's plan is that I will speak something about University of Zagreb, so some basic facts about University of Zagreb. Then I will speak about Faculty of Transport and Traffic Sciences. I'm coming from this faculty. Then I will talk about crisis COVID-19, case study in Croatia. I divided this topic in two subsections. So the first subsection will be online learning plus exams. And the second section will be about railway market. And at the end, I will have some slides, not like conclusion, but something instead of the conclusion. So, where is Croatia? Here is the map of Europe, and you can see this dark green country called Croatia. So we are like a country that is situated in southeast part of the Europe. We are the 27th star of European Union. We entered the European Union 7 years ago, so we are quite new member inside of European Union. So how it's look Croatia? Sometimes we refer our country like croissant, because you can see that it's quite funny shape of our country. And we can see that our country is divided in 3 parts, so continental part, mountain part, and seaside part of Croatia. I'm coming from city of Zagreb. City of Zagreb is the capital of Croatia. On the right, you can see our flag, red, white, blue, and our coat of arms with red and white marks. So, like I said, I'm coming from University of Zagreb. Last year, we have celebration 350 years of our university. We are public university. We are the oldest and biggest university in southeast part of the Europe. We are so-called research-oriented university, so we are contributing over 50% of total research output of our country. So we are doing quite a lot research. Like I said, we are very big university, also not in this part of Europe, but across the whole world, because we have 30 faculties and 3 arts academia. We are organized in 3 sectors like bachelor studies, master studies, and doctoral studies. Our university has so-called 6 pillars of research and education. So we have pillar of arts, we have pillar of biomedicine, we have pillar of biotechnology, we have pillar of engineering. I'm coming from pillar of engineering. We have humanities and natural and social sciences. Currently, our university enroll around 70,000 people, students. So it's quite a lot number of the students. And we have around 8,000 academic staff. So it's mean professor and assistant. So something about the Faculty of Transport and Traffic Sciences. Last year, we have celebrated 35 years of our faculty. We are the 2nd oldest faculty at University of Zagreb. We have been established, like I said, 35 years ago. But
Borna, sorry, excuse me. Nie je vidieť prezentáciu, nie všetci vidia prezentáciu.
Okay.
Tak by sme, ja to budem musieť na chvíľku prerušiť, že by sme to s našim technikom dali dokopy.
Dobre, OK.
Moment. Matej?
Skúste odovzdať slovo a opäť spustiť tú prezentáciu.
Aha, čakaj.
Alebo zastaviť prezentovanie.
OK. Dobre, skúšim. Moment. Urobíme tak. Tak. Se vidí prezentácia?
Ešte nie.
Ne?
Áno, už áno.
Už áno, sa vidí?
Už áno.
Je ostatný.
Ostatný vide?
Skúsime, že by do chatovej konverzácie napísali ľudia, či vidia prezentáciu.
Dobre,
áno.
Vidia.
Dobre.
Okay. Prepáč za ten vstup.
Dobre, OK. To je tak technický nápad.
Pokračovať. Nech sa
Možno
páči.
pokračovať? OK,
Yes.
Ďakujem. So, like I said, I'm coming from Faculty of Transport and Traffic Sciences. Last year we have celebrated 35 years of our faculty. We are the 2nd youngest faculty at University of Zagreb, but officially the studies start in the 60s. So we have first professional studies, then we have university studies. In 2005, my faculty introduced, like in whole Europe, so-called Bologna system, 3+2+3. So it's like now the system in whole European Union, but not only European Union, but also in the rest of the Europe. So we have 122 academic staff. For those people, 52 are professors, 70 are assistant or researcher, and currently we enroll around 1,600 students. When we talk about a number of enrollment students at our faculty, we are the third biggest faculty at the University of Zagreb. So the biggest one, of course, is the economy faculty or faculty of business administration. And the second one is faculty of law. And the third one, it's our faculty of transport and traffic sciences. So something about our faculty location. We are at 4 places around the city of Zagreb. So on the left picture, you can see our main building that is stationed in city center. It's a very old building. Currently, there is only 90% of the building using for administration. Only 10% of this building we are using for lecturing and professors. Then on the right up building, you can see our campus Borongaj. So we move, now it will be 12 years that we moved from city center to the campus Borongaj. Before that was like military barracks. So we moved the army out and the university come in. Currently at campus Borongaj there is a 5 faculty of University of Zagreb, and one of those faculty are we. We have there 5 buildings. So on this picture you can see almost all of our main building at the campus Borongaj. Then we have also some laboratories in the city center down left, and maybe a very interesting thing that we have our own airport. It's called Airport Lučko. So city of Zagreb has 2 airports. One is International Airport of Zagreb, and the second one is Airport Lučko. And currently we are operation managers of Airport Lučko. So something about our bachelor and master study. We have so-called 3 pillars of the study at our faculty. We have traffic with different orientations. So we have road, urban, information communication, postal, water, air, and railway traffic. Only traffic that we don't teach or taught our university or our faculty is maritime transport, because there is 4 maritime faculty at the seaside in Croatia. So there is no need that we learn our students maritime transport. Then the second pillar is pillar of intelligent transport system and logistics. And the third pillar is pillar of aeronautics, where we have 2 modules. First module is pilot with orientation military pilot or civil pilot. And we have one special module about air traffic control. So what is very interesting at our faculty, we have quite a big number of laboratories. Like I said, we are coming from pillar of engineering, so we need to have a very big amount of the laboratories. Currently, we have 19 different laboratories that cover all area of transport and traffic research. In this presentation, I pick 2 most important laboratories at our faculty. Of course, they are dealing with the railway transport. So the first laboratory is Laboratory for Rail Traffic Safety. So we can say that this laboratory is divided in 2 schemes or 2 parts. So on one part of the laboratory, like you see on this picture left, we have some safety equipment that we can test, retest, reuse, or whatever we need to do with safety and security issue of the railway transport. And in the center part of this laboratory is our railway model, so our railway maqueta. It's not for playing, so it's not like for children. It's very, very up-to-date maqueta that we use in our research and education process. Now it's open 1 year, so it's completely digitalized and can do different operational things for railway. The second laboratory is Laboratory for Modeling and Simulation of Railway System. This laboratory is so-called PC lab, so we have only computers in this lab, but on these computers we have 2 excellent software. First software is OpenTrack, so it's one Swiss software that's dealing with the railway transport, and the second software is RailSys. It's one German software that it's also dealing with railway operation things. Both of these software we have not only academic license, but we have also professional license or commercial license. So it's mean that we can do not only scientific research, but we can also do with this software professional work. So something about international mobility. in this time, we cannot go across each other, or across countries to each other, or etc. But my faculty has quite excellent international mobility across the whole Europe. And one of the best spots to come that my students are going to mobility, it's of course Žilina, University of Žilina. You can see here that we cover 34 universities across Europe that are dealing with transport and traffic sciences. So we have like a network of universities that are teaching and research in transport and traffic sector. In this moment, I hope so that this crisis will not last so long. So maybe now it's a time that you think about to go to the mobility. We are now all locked down in our homes. So when the borders will open again, maybe it's good time that we start our mobility. You can come to our faculty not only via Erasmus Plus program, but also via the CEPUS program. So there's a quite nice opportunity for students outside of Croatia to come to Croatia for studying. Also, my faculty has a scientific journal called Promet. Promet on Slovak language is Doprava. So it's a very high quality scientific journal that has an impact factor of 0.768. And maybe some of you are now currently enrolled in PhD studies, or maybe in the future you will want to go to PhD studies. So in some period of your life, you will need to publish some paper in some good scientific journal. So I would like to call you that you send your papers to our journal. Okay, now maybe we can talk something about COVID-19. So this is like a picture, how we think that it's look, this virus. This picture I took from Center for Disease Control and Prevention in Atlanta, United States of America. So we think that we are in battle with this small thing. So, fun fact, quarantine, it's Croatian invention. Originally, quarantine comes from Venetian language form. So Venetia, it's a city in Italy. That's mean 40 days. But the first writing document about this kind of invention was right in 1337 in Dubrovnik, in Croatia. And in this period, the quarantine was only 30 days. So when you want to enter Dubrovnik, you need to stay 30 days in quarantine. On my picture down right, you can see Lazaretti. So this is so-called houses where you must be for 30 days. And after 30 days, when you don't get sick, you can then enter to city of Dubrovnik. And on our my left picture, you can see a quite nice picture of city of Dubrovnik. So some basic fact about COVID-19 in Croatia. So we have now, it's almost second month pass. On February 25, we have so-called patient 0. It is very interesting that this patient comes from Bergamo in Italy. We all know now this is the most difficult city to cope with the COVID-19. So our first patient came for there. On March 13, we have closed all schools, of course, and universities. On March 17, the Croatian government banned social gathering and closure of cafe bars and restaurants. And then in the middle of the crisis happened something very difficult for my city, my town. So on March 22, we have a very high earthquake in city of Zagreb with magnitude 5.5. So when you look at the internet, you can see that our cathedral doesn't have any more towers. So, and approximately city center, it's half destroyed. So until now it's like 4 weeks from the earthquake, we have more than 200 these small shakes that is happening every day still. So we are a little bit stressed, not only because of the COVID crisis, but also because of the earthquake. Then on the March 23, the Croatian government decided to suspend all public transport and ban leaving the place of residence. It means that 1 month ago, approximately, we are in full lockdown. So we are like completely closed or locked down in our homes. On April 27, our government said that we will have 3 phases or 3 weeks of reduction of the lockdown. So every week they will try to introduce some new measures, how we can live much more freely and not completely in lockdown. Okay, now something about online learning. Like we all know, today we are all using our computers to follow our lectures or to follow some webinars like this one. So today, like, our computer is new book for us. So when I talk on my faculty level, we have different online learning platforms. So for example, we are using different platforms to give lecture to our students. So the most popular currently online platform, it's Merlin. It's in basic Adobe Connect, and more than 85% of the teachers are using this Merlin. Then quite big amount of the people are using PowerPoint presentation with sound, so they are making like PowerPoint with the sound. Then we are using quite a lot Teams, then YouTube, Skype, and Zoom. So this is like 6 most important online learning platforms that we are using at my faculty, and all my colleagues using some of these online platforms, or someone is using more than one. For example, I am using Teams, YouTube, and Skype, depending on the size of the group and depending of the type of the students that I lecture. Then something about online learning statistics. So in summer semester 2020, we have enrolled 1,486 students. So currently 92 teachers are lecturing online, and we have 372 regular courses on Croatian language. And then we have also Erasmus Plus courses. So it's mean that we have 27 courses that we taught on English. Of course, everything is online. So I think that in this COVID crisis, we coped quite good with this problem, how to lecture. So I think that our students are quite satisfied that they can follow us via online courses. So, of course, the student opinion is important. So every 1 week we make like a survey to our students to ask them what they are thinking about online teaching or learning, and what they think it's this kind of studying enough that they pass written and oral exams. So here are the answers. So you can see that only 5% of the students think that it's enough that we have only online classes. 52% of the students think that it's okay because it's the crisis, so we don't have no other meaning how to have this online course or courses, so they think it's okay. No, 20%, so 1/5 of the students think it's not enough and that they will have some problem in the future with exams. And 23% of the students currently don't know what will happen with exams when we finish online learning. Okay, so here are some pictures from my colleagues that have online classes. Like you can see, when you have online classes at home, it's very funny and it's very interesting, because we are usually not living alone in our homes, so we have our families. So sometimes some of our member families come to join our lecture during our lecture hours. So we can see not only the children, but also the animals come to join online lecture. So maybe one interesting point in this online learning, 2 weeks ago, we have a first exam on master degree. It was only oral exam because this course do not have a written exam. So one Erasmus student from University La Sapienza in Rome, in Italy, make via Skype an online exam. This was like the first online exam at our faculty, and it was a very interesting experience. And I think that we can do a quite well quality online exams online. Of course, there is some problem sometimes with connection or with voice or with picture and so on. But at the end, everything well quite good. And it was interesting that usually oral exams are 15 to 20 minutes per students. This time, this exam lasts almost 1 hour. So maybe for students, it's better to have like eye-to-eye exams, not this like online, because now we have much more time to speak online. The second thing that we also make at our faculty, we also organize one exam at doctoral study, so PhD study, so-called small exam. So you can see here we use on first exam at master degree we use Skype. On this second exam we use Teams. So you can see that we use different platform for different purpose, and the both of exam well quite good. And the students and the professors and also the audience was quite satisfied with the overall results of our exams online. Okay, and now I will speak something about the railway transport and how the railway transport is in COVID crisis, what happened with railway transport in COVID crisis. Here you can see one very interesting picture. It's one container train that is going from Belgrade to Port of Rijeka. You can see that the railway operator is Train Croatia. This part of the railway line is near Port of Rijeka, and we don't have any issue regarding the freight transport currently. So for beginning, how it's organized our railway sector in Croatia, I think that this picture we can copy paste around the whole European Union. So in Croatia, we have Croatian government. Then we have our Ministry of Maritime Affairs, Transport, Infrastructure. Then we have 3 independent agencies: Railway Safety Agency, Railway Market Regulatory Agency, and Accident Investigation Agency. So they are completely stand-alone agency that are control the whole railway system in Croatia. Then these blue blocks are 3 state-owned companies: Croatia, HŽ Infrastructure, also called Infrastructure Manager, HŽ Cargo, this is the state-owned company for freight, HŽ Passenger Transport, this is the state-owned company for passenger transport. And then currently in Croatia, we have 9 different railway operators that has their own locomotives, wagons, their own trains. So you can see that in freight transport, it's quite like really things happening. And in passenger, we have only 1 company, because officially from December 2019, so a few months ago, we opened our passenger market. So we will need sometimes that newcomers come to the passenger railway market in Croatia. So some basic statistics about our network. We using on all our network so-called Stevenson gauge or normal gauge. It's 1435 millimeters. When we have electrified network, we use 25 kilovolts, 50 hertz. So overall, we have more than 2,700 kilometers of our track. 91%, almost 91% of the track are single track. Then around 9% it's double track, but it's interesting that 36% of the whole network is electrified. And one fun fact about Croatia, it's interesting that this size of the network has 572 railway station and other official places. So it's mean that we have 4.76 kilometer per 1 official place. So we have very dense network of railway station and official places in Croatia. So some basic statistic data about transport. This orange one, it's passenger transport. So you can see last 10 years in passenger transport. We can see huge decrease of the passenger transport between 2010 and 2012. So we can find the reasons why. One of the reasons that we open all our highways in Croatia. So currently, statistically, Croatia is the richest country by kilometer of highways per inhabitants. So it's mean that we have covered almost whole country with the highways. So it's mean that people are buying cars and then they travel inside of Croatia with the cars. Nowadays, you can see that we have stabilized our passenger transport, railway passenger transport, around 20 million passenger per year. Then this blue one, this is like freight transport. So here you can see that we are in small decrease until 2016. So 2016, we opened the railway market for freight. And after 2016, we can see that it's growing each year quite good. And that the freight transport is developing quite good nowadays in Croatia. So in last year, we have almost 60 million tons carried goods by railway. Okay, something about our lines. You can see the most important line in Croatia are this red one. So this red one connected port of Rijeka with city of Zagreb, Slovenia, Hungary, Serbia, and Bosnia and Herzegovina. These blue one are important international line, maybe not so on European scale, but on Croatian national scale. So it's connect ports Zadar, Šibenik, and Split with the continent. And this blue line in the middle, it's connecting to one very important line in Bosnia and Herzegovina. And then we have this yellow one, this is the regional lines. And we have this brown one, this is the local line. So overall, this is like a picture how is look our network. And least but not the last, it's trans-European network of transport core corridors. So Croatia currently has only one TNT network, so it's corridor number 3. So it starts in the Spain through the south of France, north of Italy, Slovenia, Croatia, Hungary, to the border with Ukraine. Also, we have one corridor here. You can see, I think that you can see my mouse. So here is River Danube, so it's Rhine-Danube corridor. So Croatia has a part of Danube River on the border with Serbia. So this is important because this is like our international connection with the rest of the European Union. So something about infrastructure. During this COVID crisis, our infrastructure is fully operational. So we don't shut down or do some measures with the railway infrastructure. So every station are open. So here you can see on this picture on the left, station master in railway station Karlovac, and on the picture right, you can see some nice railway workers in station Velika Gorica. So like I said, we are fully operating on whole network. So there is no restriction in infrastructure matter regarding the COVID-19 crisis. Concerning about passenger transport, like I said, we locked down the country. So we stop all passenger transport, not only like in urban area, rural area, but in whole country. We have some special passenger trains for railway workers so that they can go to work or going back home. But maybe this picture is showing the real scale of situation. This is taking on the Zagreb railway main station. And usually in 24 hours on this station, we have around 500 trains. And you can see that there is no trains on this table. That whole station is empty. So it's quite sad picture during this crisis. So I hope so that it will last so long, this kind of picture. Of course, we have some nice passenger wagons. You can see here first class, second class. Of course, in Croatia, we have quite traditionally sleepers. So we usually during the summer period going from continent with the sleepers from Zagreb to Split. And also we are using some interesting wagons for carrying the cars to the seaside, from continental part of the country to the seaside. And what is interesting, last few years, we have bought very nice and new rolling stocks. It's electrical multiply units and diesel multiply units produced by Končar. Končar, it's a firm, Končar electrical vehicle. It's a firm station in Zagreb. So overall, it's Croatian product. So we have 11 regional units and we have 11 urban units. The maximum speed is 160 km/h. We also have 5 new diesel units with maximum speed on 120 km/h. And what is most important things, that we have Wi-Fi on board of all these trains and that you can use free this kind of service. And I must say that our passengers are quite satisfied that you at last has Wi-Fi on board on the trains in Croatia. Something about the freight transport. During the lockdown, we don't have any transport restriction. At the beginning of lockdown, we have some issue on the borders because it's very interesting things that usually freight trains that are coming or entering, leaving or entering Croatia, the border station are not in Croatia. So, for example, when you want to go to Slovenia, the border station called Dobova, so it's in Slovenia. When you want to go to Hungary, the border station is in Jekeneš, so it's in Hungary. And when you want to go to Serbia, the border station is called Šid, so it's in Serbia. So at the beginning of the crisis, we have some issue how we can move our personnel. So Croatian, for example, log driver that coming, for example, to Serbia, and how can they go back? One very interesting solution was that they don't leave locomotive, so they stay the whole time in the locomotive, and they don't exchange any paper with the staff in Slovenia, Hungary, or Serbia. So everything was made online. So they only drive locomotives to and from border station. So it means that we are fully operational. So there is no restriction freight transport, and we are have a small increase of the freight amount in Croatia. Maybe on these two pictures, we can see on the left side some Slovakian railway wagons from company RT Wagon near the Sisak. In Sisak, it's a very big oil refinery in Croatia. And on the right, this is the station of Knin in Dalmatia. You can see a wagon that it's transport corn. So you can see that the freight transport, it's quite excellent organized during this crisis. So on this point, I would like to raise one very interesting topic that we find out during the crisis. So usually in railway transport, we have so-called single wagon load. Single wagon loads is the service that you have, for example, small factories or small terminals that cannot produce a large train. So on this picture, it's very interesting. So you can see, for example, this factory can produce only one wagon. But you need for one train maybe 30 wagons. So it means that you need to collect on more points new wagons in one bigger railway station. And then these smaller trains, you need to drive to the shunting yard, and then you make a big train. And this big train going from one shunting station to another shunting station, and then you can distribute your wagon shipment. So this service, it's very rare, and in last decades, it's almost ruined, or we don't use anymore because of the problem of volume of the goods that we can transport. And the second thing is that we have very creative road sector, so they can do much more easier this smaller shipment than the railway. But what happened during this crisis? During this crisis, it was a problem with the road transport because they closed all border for the road transport. So they don't find a solution how they will make road transport feasible through more countries. So we find out this is like a new opportunity for railway. So we in railway sector introduced a new service. So the new service was from Cervignano. This is very big terminal in north part of Italy to terminal Zagreb. And each train was only 400 tons. Usually, you know that train weight around 2,000 tons. So this is like for railway very small train, but very important. So we put on this train food and hygiene project from Italy to Croatia. The organizer was one Italian shipping company called Summer and Company.
Haló, Borna. Výpadok spojenia. Počujeme sa?
Rebuilding our network. So we have quite a lot things to do on our network. Here I would like to show you new tunnel that we are building inside of Port of Rijeka. So we want to increase the capacity of entering the freight trains in and out of Port of Rijeka. And this few picture, it's maybe 7 days old. So you can see that because of this crisis, we don't have any influence on our work. So the people that are doing building railway tunnels and etc., they are working 100%. Okay, and now we are almost on the end, but not yet. So one very important guy in the history, William Shakespeare, he was also in quarantine during the plague pandemic in London. And during this time, he made two very important masterpiece. So he write a tragedy King Lear, and he write two very nice poems, Venus and Adonis and The Rape of Lucrezia. So the William Shakespeare know that it's a problem because he write normally drama. And here you can see picture of theater in London where they have made his tragedy and drama. But what's happened during the quarantine, they shut down the theaters and he cannot earn some money. So he decided to be productive because he know that after months or two, the quarantine will be over and that he needs to restart your work. So he prepared himself during this quarantine for the new works. Of course, there is also another engineer that also has a big problem during the Great Plague of London. And it was interesting that during this Great Plague of London, the years, they call this Year of Wonders. So in this year, when Isaac Newton was in quarantine, he made the most important masterpiece in the history of physics. And of course, like we know, all engineers using physics every day. So we can say that because of this negative effect of quarantine or the plague in London, he made his excellent Year of Wonders. And I don't like to have big conclusions, and I like to present you this drawing. It's very interesting drawing, so we can see here one American cartoon, and the boy on the left said, "We only live once, Snoopy." And the Snoopy, this very smart dog, says this is wrong because we only die once, so we live every day. So my conclusion for today, it will be that we can do every day something new. Nevertheless, we must adjust to the situation. So we are locked down in our homes, but maybe we can do something better for the future. So, I would like to thank you for your attention i ďakujem vám za pozornosť.
Okay, Borna, thank you very much. The presentation was interesting. The situation around COVID crisis in Croatia is also difficult, as in Slovakia.
Yes.
Can I go to the question?
Yes, no problem. Wait, I must drink something.
OK, pán profesor rozumie aj po slovensky a vie aj rozprávať po slovensky, takže budeme to tak kombinovať, lebo niektoré otázky prišli v registračnom formulári aj v angličtine, aj v slovenčine. Takže pán profesor, ako vám bude vhodné odpovedať, tak kľudne po slovensky alebo po anglicky. Začali by sme tými otázkami z registračných formulárov. Takže prvá otázka. Consequences of using subsystem by Croatian railways compared to previous information systems?
Okay, it's about information system.
Information system.
Okay. Currently, state-owned companies in Croatia are using subsystem. So last 10 years, we have incorporation of SaaS system. Some part of this SAM system are working excellent. For example, accounting part of the system, controlling and warehousing. But I think the most critical part, it's about railway operation. This module or this part of the system, it's not working quite well. So I think that it's like my personal opinion that when you need some specific software in railway transport, especially in railway operation, you need to have not to use generic software. So SAP, it's quite generic software. So it's quite difficult to adjust this kind of the software to very concrete problem in the railway sector.
OK. Ďalšia. Aký mala dopyt COVID kríza na cestovný ruch v Chorvátsku? What was the impact of the COVID crisis on tourism in Croatia?
Okay, I can answer this on Slovak maybe, so that it will be more dynamic. So, momentálne to je katastrofa. Pročo približne 20% HDP Chorvátske prochádza priamo z cestovného ruchu a cestovný ruch je až do nula každým ovom tempu. Dúfam, že kríza prejde rýchlo. Potom sme veľkým problémom.
Jasné. OK. Ovplyvní COVID železničnú prepravu do a z prístavu Rieka? Plánuje sa nejaké zlepšenie železničného spojenia do Rieky? Will COVID affect the rail transport to and from the port of Rijeka? Is there any plan to improve the railway connection to Rijeka?
Okay, maybe I can answer this on Slovak and in English. Okay, so we can try it. U súčasti sú nežiadne problémy týkajúce sa prístava Rieke. Jeho funguje v poriadku, momentálne funguje všetko v poriadku. Áno, existuje plán na prestavbu traty z Rieka na kontinent. Musíme postaviť 20 km tunelov aj pridať druhú dráhu. Tento chvíli predstavujeme kontinentálnu časť od Zagreba do hranice sa Maďarsko. So, in this moment, during the crisis, we don't have any experience in bad manner about function of Port of Rijeka. So everything in Port of Rijeka is functioning and operating 100%. And the Port of Rijeka has quite excellent connection with the railway operators. So there is no delays regarding the freight transport. But of course, we want to build a new railway line between Rijeka and state border with Hungary. And on this first part from Rijeka to continent, we need to build a 20-kilometer tunnel, so it will be quite a long tunnel. But between Zagreb and Hungarian border, we are building the second track. So hopefully, we are building the capacity on the whole line from Rijeka to Hungarian border.
Okay, thank you. Ďalšia otázka. Je ich veľa tých otázok z tých registračných formulároch, tak najprv si ich prejdeme. Ďalšia. Aký je rozsah vlakovej dopravy po zavedení opatrení pre COVID orientačne v percentách? What is the volume of train transport, passenger transport after the introduction of measures for COVID in percentage terms?
OK. Ako sa týka osobnej dopravy, to je momentálne 0%. Tako, kako som povedal v mojej prezentačky, máme iba tí vlaky pre pracovníkov. So when we speak about passenger transport, now it's 0%. We only drive these passenger trains for railway workers. So maybe in next week, in 2 weeks, May 11, we start to open the passenger transport in Croatia.
OK. Ja nadviažem na tú otázku. Train traffic is 0%. Do people miss the railway? Chýba ľuďom železnica?
Ja si myslím, áno. Tako, na kontinentálnom Chorvátsku veľa ľudí cestuje sa železnicom. To je tako veľmi podobné. Pri more necestujú tako veľa sa železnicom, ale na kontinentu sú tu veľké problémy. I think that in continent people miss the railway system. They like to travel by train. Our trains usually are full, especially during the rush hours in continental part of Croatia. But on the seaside, we can say that it's not so much people are using railway. So depending on the part of the country.
OK, thank you. Ovplyvnila kríza v Chorvátsku viac regionálnu alebo diaľkovú železničnú dopravu? Has the crisis in Croatia affected the regional transport more?
Ja si myslím, kríza zastihla oba druhu dopravy. Tak nemá rozdiel medzi regionálnou a dálkovou dopravy. So there is no some special occasion that was only for regional or only for long distance trains. So the both are quite in the crisis.
Tak train traffic is 0%, takže asi to zasiahlo aj tú regionálnu, aj diaľkovú.
Jasné, tak.
OK. Ďalšia otázka. Možno si už aj na to odpovedal, aký je aktuálny život v Chorvátsku počas krízy? What is life in Croatia during the crisis?
A momentálne sme u lockdownu, ale pomale naša vláda bude otvárala tak život na normálu i se spamätám, da jeden mjesec všetko bude podobné, lepšie nek danas.
Tak u nás je to podobne. Tak sa to uvoľňuje trošku. Dobre, ďalšia otázka. Sú prípravy na sezónu v Chorvátsku 2020? Is Croatia preparing for the 2020 season?
Yes, we are preparing, and also we are one of the country that it's bordering European Commission. What will happen with the tourist sector in the next few months, not only in Croatia but also in Europe? Like I said on the beginning, around 20% of our GDP is coming from tourist sector. So for Croatia, the tourist sector is quite important. So I really hope so that we will find some ways to organize the tourist sector in Croatia on quite excellent level. So now on Slovak. Áno, tak úplne, to veľký problém, čo nemáme naše cestujúce, ale Slováci alebo Česi sú tradične naši milí hosti, tak vás vítam na naše more. Žúfam se uvidíme lete pri more, tak navrhujem vám tež da pozrite film českého režisera Jiržia Menzela Naše more, vaše more. To je tak jedna pekný film, čo rozpráva o tým spolupráci Slováci, Češi a Chorváti a kako vidíme naše more a vaše more.
OK. Ďalšia otázka. Na to už možno si odpovedal v tej prezentácii, aký je pokles výkonov na železnici v Chorvátsku, what is the decrease of performance on the railways in Croatia.
OK. Kako sam povedal, osobná doprava je zrušená, tako to je 0%, a nákladná doprava funguje veľmi dobre. Tak s nákladnou dopravom nemám žiadny problém. So, when we talk about passenger transport, it's on zero now, but when we talk about freight transport, it's quite good, and it's small increasing. It's not so high increasing, maybe 1 to 2%, but it's quite good that during the crisis it's increasing.
Tá osobná doprava je primárne teraz určená len pre pracovníkov, zamestnancov?
Áno. To je, tá osobná doprava je pre zamestnancom HŽ infraštruktúry alebo tých štátnych a súkromných podnikov, čo potrebujú pracovníky. Tak.
OK, thank you. Ďalšia otázka. Aké bolo najprísnejšie opatrenie v Chorvátsku počas krízy? What was the strictest measures during the crisis?
Full lockdown. To tak bylo veľmi ťažké, pročo prvých 2 týždne sme museli všetky byty domov. Tak to bylo veľmi tak zle.
Ťažké, náročné, určite. Aj pre... No, ďalšia otázka. Ako učíte počas krízy? Ale to si v prezentácii zhrnul. Jedine, keby si chcel niečo k tomu povedať, how do you teach during crisis?
To prezentácky som ukázal, kako to funguje momentálne na mojej fakulty. Ja si myslím, da to je dobre, ali to je, my povedamo, veľký workload za učiteľi alebo za studenti. Tak to je tak nový systém učenia, tak to uvidíme, kako to bude na skúšky.
OK. Na túto otázku sa nadväzuje ďalšia otázka, na ktorú si možno odpovedal, a to súvisí so skúšaním. Ako budete skúšať študentov? How will you test students?
To je tak, ako raspravljamo o ústnej skúšky, to nie je problém. Tak môžeme urobiť i tak cez Skype, cez Teams, alebo niečo tako. Ale ako potrebujemo neke skúšky v laboratóriu, alebo ako musíme imati skúšky da píšu, to je onda problém. To neviem, čo urobíme s takým skúšky.
OK. Ďalšia otázka z registračných formulárov. Aké sú opatrenia na hraniciach? What are the measures at the borders?
Momentálne my máme taj lockdown, so to se týka osobná doprava je zrušená, môže fungovať i samo nákladná doprava i to ide pomale. Tako. Momentálne zakázané je každé cestovanie na Chorvátsko.
To je na Slovensku.
No je tak.
OK. Ďalšia otázka. Ako moc ste závislí od peňazí zahraničných turistov? What is the level of dependence on the money of foreign tourists?
Veľmi.
Kontroverzná otázka.
Tak. To, ako som povedal, 20% HDP a Chorvátsko príde z turisty direktne. A indirektne môže byť až 20%, to je 40% príde od turizma direktne alebo indirektne. I pro nás je to veľký problém. Tak, veľký problém.
Tak dúfam, že aspoň čiastočne sa to bude dať v tejto sezóne napraviť.
Tak.
Aj keď teda asi ani vy nepredpokladáte, že to bude na takej úrovni ako predchádzajúce roky.
Jasné, to by bola onda veľká kríza krajiny.
Dobre, ďalšia otázka. Aké opatrenia hľadá Chorvátsko na záchranu leta 2020? What measures in Croatia looking for to save the summer of 2020?
Ako som povedal, my sme jedna od tých krajín, čo v súčasnosti pripravujeme plán na úrovni Európskej únie. Proto to nie je samo problém chorvátsky, ale problém je Grécka, Talianska, Francia, Špania, Portugália. So, uvidíme, čo sa týka toga a myslím, da musimo imati neko rješenje na úrovni Európskej únie.
OK. Dobre. Moje vlastné otázky, ktoré mám na teba pripravené, si nechám na záver, lebo pozerám, že v chatovej hlavičke máme nejaké otázočky. Je to tam aj v slovenčine, aj v angličtine.
OK. Veľa ima.
Áno.
Tak sa každé skúšky.
Pozerám, že sú to sami železničiari.
Tako.
Ako funguje vlečková koľaj do prístavu v rieke, nakoľko koľaj prechádza centrom mesta? Sú tam nejaké obmedzenia v doprave alebo iné opatrenia?
Áno.
Neviem, je potrebné to čítať aj v angličtine?
Nepotrebujem. Ako som povedal, na prístavu rieka stavbujemo nový tunel, tak, i momentálne máme tu vlečkovú kolajnu, čo hodí cez centra mesta. Tako to je veľmi podobné, môžete si pozrieť na internetu, má filmy a fotky, kako funguje nákladný vlak cez centrum miesta rieka. Tak to je sad malý problém, tak imamo malú kapacitu i problém je tam, čo tá trať je na juhu miesta, tako da všetko, kad vlak tam hodí, všetko miesto musí stati. Tak, to je tak problém. Do I need to answer on English also?
Yes.
Okay. So currently, like I show on my presentation, in Port of Rijeka we are building the new tunnel, and because of that we are using one industrial line inside of the center of city of Rijeka. So this is very interesting because you can see every day very heavy freight trains that are going to the city center from one part of the port to another part of the port. So during the cross of these trains, the whole life in the city it's like stopped, but also the capacity of the railway line it's not so big. So they are doing the best to try to mitigate all the problems on this line.
OK, tak máme tu aj zahraničných študentov, tak možno dá to tak dvojazyčne je na mieste. Michal píše, je pre vzdelávanie študentov problém, že nemôžu osobne navštevovať laboratória na univerzite?
Áno, to nám predstavľa veľký problém. My na našej katedry máme veľký počet tých laboratórií. Ja som ukázal tá 2 laboratória, ale na fakulty máme 19 laboratórií. I tako pro študenti to je veľký problém. I u ovome času neviemo, čo čemu robiti s tým. Pročo oni ne hode do laboratória a musí mati skúšku laboratóriu. Tako, može biti da priđu studenti lete do laboratória a potom majú skúške u septembru. So regarding the students using laboratories, this is like a very tough challenge. So it's very problematic. Like I said, on our department we have 2 laboratories, but all over the faculty we have 19. So the students cannot come to the laboratories, and it's like a big problem for them because they need to do some exercises on the laboratory, and then they must pass the exams. So probably we will need to organize in the summer period additional laboratories lectures, and then they will probably have exams in September or something like that.
OK. My bojujeme s rovnakým problémom.
Áno, tak sme podobné fakulty. Tak.
Ďalšia otázka od Adriana. Koľko súkromných dopravcov v osobnej a v nákladnej doprave je aktuálne v Chorvátsku?
OK, momentálne máme 9 súkromných dopravce nákladnej dopravy a osobné dopravy máme samo jednoga štátneho dopravca.
Ďakujeme. Máme tu trošku si dám zasekol sa. Počuješ ma, Borna?
Áno.
Áno, dobre. Potom je tu poďakovanie od pána docenta Širokého z univerzity v Pardubiciach. Ďakujem za odpovede, lebo niektoré tie otázky v registračných formulároch boli aj za univerzitu v Pardubiciach.
Dobre. Okay.
Dobre, ďalšia otázka od Adama. Ako to vyzerá s tohtoročnou prevádzkou sezónnych vlakov v Jadranskom mori? Napríklad spoja Adria z Budapešti do Splitu, ktorý mal jazdiť v menšom rozsahu ako v minulom roku. Myslíte, že tieto vlaky budú nakoniec jazdiť, ak sa situácia s koronavírusom bude vyvíjať priaznivo?
Ja si spamätám, áno, že tá situácia s koronavíru bude vyľať priavizno. Bude cestoval taj vlak z Budapešti do Splita. Oficiálne si myslím, da štartuje 21. júna prvý vlak. Tak momentálne nie je zrušen. Momentálne je u cestovnom poriadku taj vlak i tako môže byť to taký dobrý nápad, da Slováci prídu na more Chorvátsko.
Tak jedna z ďalších pozitívnych správ. Dobre, ďalšia otázka od Michala. Myslíte si, že znižujúca sa cena pohonných hmôt v cestnej doprave môže predstavovať hrozbu pre osobnú železničnú dopravu v Chorvátsku?
Áno, to môže byť veľký problém, ale momentálne Chorvátskoj cena hmot sa neznižava, sa zvyšava. Zvyšila sa cena, tako da je to Chorvátsko je malo to tak nenormálne. Každá krajina Európy znižuje ceny a Chorvátska zvyšuje. Tako da to
je u nás. Aj u nás ide hore a všade dookola ide dole.
Tak.
Dobre, ďalšia otázka. Ako sa v Chorvátsku rieši harmonizovanie dopravy, nakoľko je tam zväčša kompletne vybudovaná diaľničná sieť a či to prispelo k zvýšeniu konkurencie v spokojnosti s poplatkom za dopravnú cestu?
OK, to je veľký problém. Veľká konkurencia medzi cestou a železnicou, speciálne nákladné dopravy. Nákladné dopravy, môžeme povedať, 20% ide na železnicu, 80% ide na cestu. Čo sa týka tej osobnej dopravy, osobná doprava možno 10% ide na železnicu a 90% ide na cestu. Tako ja si spamätám, da će to biti jedni dobrý problém za rešiti, kako harmonizovať tú dopravu. A jedno od podobných riešenia je integrovaná transportná doprava, čo urobimo jeden systém, kako to funguje u Švajcari, tako da to môže byť taký dobar nápad pro krajinu. Tak da máme všetko podobné, cestu a železnicu.
OK. Posledná otázka od Matúša, ale mám pocit, že to bolo zodpovedané v rámci tých predchádzajúcich otázok. To bol ten sezónny vlak.
Tak to je veľmi šikovný vlak. U histórie taj vlak štartovalo v Prahe. Tak fungoval Praha, Brno, Bratislava, Budapešť, Zagreb, Rijeka a Split. Tak to je veľmi tak šikovný vlak. Momentálne cestuje cez Budapešť, Split. Tak, ale vagóny daje Wagon Service Bratislava. Tako da prídu slovenskí vagóny do Chorvátske.
Jasné. No a evidentne veľmi populárny medzi našimi študentami a doktorandami.
Jasné, to je tak veľmi podobný.
Dobre, ja by som ešte si dovolila ti položiť pár otázok za mňa ako za moderátorku. Ako si sa prispôsobil tej súčasnej kríze? How did you adapt to the crisis?
A to na počiatku bolo to ťažko, tak byť doma 24 hodín, tak a potom každý deň som si spamätal niečo nového, čo robím po domov i tak malo pomale stade to kakty normálne.
OK. Ďalšiu tu mám otázočku za mňa. Možno niečo k Erasmom, že ak by mal niekto záujem ísť študovať na nejaké obdobie na vašu univerzitu.
Ako som povedal, jasné. Kak som povedal na mojej prezentácii, ja si spamätám, da tá kríza nebude tak dlhá, da to skončí do leta i potom môžeme startovať v októbru s novým Erasmus studentima aj na Slovensku, aj na Chorvátsko a Češko a Polsko. Tako da si ja pamätám, da sa studenti prihlásajú na Erasmus konkursy i prídu do mojej univerzite Zagrebe.
Čo im môžete ponúknuť študentom Erasmus?
Na mojej fakulty máme tak dobrí, pekní profesori, tak môžu veľa učiť, alebo tak Zagreb je hlavné mesto Chorvátske, tak tam môžu robiť veľmi pekné stvary. Tak máme, tak nočný život je veľmi pekný. Aktívny, áno, tak, aktívny.
Áno. Dobre, a ešte jedna otázka za mňa. Ako spolupracuješ s univerzitami na Slovensku, prípadne konkrétne s našou univerzitou?
Musím povedať, tak, jak som povedal na začiatku, tento rok je 10 roky, da prídem každý rok na univerzity Žiline i to rado prídem každý rok. Neký roky prídem i 5-krát do Žiliny, tako da imam veľmi rád Žilinu. Ja povedám, da je Žilina môj druhý dom. Tako kad prídem tam, tamo mi je tak kak doma. Tak veľmi rád dođem tamo mať skúšky, ali prezentačný, ali tako dovolený čas i tak. Veľmi sa páči tam na univerzity Žiliny. Imám veľmi pekné priatelia aj kamaráde.
Tak my to cítime podobne. Ďakujeme tiež. Dobre, ja sa ešte pozriem do chatovej hlavičky, že či tam nemáme nejaké otázky, ale nie sú tu otázky. Takže, Borna, ak by si chcel nejaké záverečné slovo, niečo povedať k tomu dnešnému webináru.
Ďakujem za pozvanku i ďakujem všetky, čo sme pozorno pozreli a slušali na tome webináru. Spamätám, da sme mogli porozumieť na slovensky a na angličtiny, tako sme urobili tako internacionálny webinár. I to mi sa páči. A všetkým iným vám prajem pekný deň.
Ďakujeme veľmi pekne. Thank you very much. Som naozaj rada, že si našiel čas v tomto výpätom období a že si dokázal s nami byť vyššie hodinky a porozprávať nám o tom živote na vašej univerzite a aj o tých dopadoch na Chorvátsko počas krízy. Takže ďakujeme veľmi pekne, opäť aj tebe takto virtuálne priestam. Ďakujeme, verím, že sa vidíme osobne.
Tak.
Ja by som teda na záver pripomenula, že pokračujeme s webinármi. No a najbližší webinár sa uskutoční 1.5. o 11.00 s pánom... Teraz neviem, či to bude 1.5. Ospravedlňujem sa, nemám asi aktuálnu informáciu. A je to o potulkách s Milanom Kolcunom. Ja by som poprosila, keby Matej, prosím ťa, ten dátum toho webinára je kedy?
Áno, platí 1.5.
Aha, pardon, tak dobre. 1.5. napriek sviatku o potulkách s Milanom Kolcunom o 11.00, takže tešíme sa, dúfam, že sa tam vidíme. Takže ďalší webinár AZU. Ja ďakujem všetkým zúčastneným, verím, že teda táto prednáška, tento webinár bol pre vás prínosom, že sme opäť dostali odpovede na rôzne otázky. A ešte raz ďakujem pánovi profesorovi Bornovi Abramovičovi. Pekný deň všetkým a veľa zdravia.
Ďakujem, Lenka. Čau.
Čau.
Čau, čau.